Peace, family. What's good? What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Facebook, IG Live TV, and Twitter? It's your boy Bold Disciple here again. U.S.-China trade talks. Does Trump know what he's doing? Now, if you haven't been paying attention, Trump has been in deep negotiations with President Xi of China in regards to the imports that we receive here in the United States from China, and how it's creating an improper playing field for Americans in comparison to China. And as a result, what he did is he put tariffs. Okay, if you don't know what a tariff is a tax that's placed on imports, by the United States, and he placed a higher tariff on the imports that are coming in from China, because as you know, China is the manufacturer of the world. China has more manufacturing companies than any place in the world. China manufactures pretty much everything. Most countries are dependent on China. China makes it happen for a lot of places. As you know, when you look into a lot of things that you wear, a lot of things that you utilize throughout your daily life is from China. Because China decided years ago, we're going to take over the manufacturing sector. We're going to be the world's largest manufacturing company, period. And they've succeeded in doing so. And as a result, China has become a powerhouse. A lot of people would like to say that the United States is still a powerhouse, which we are according to the status quo. But when you really look at money, domination, power, intellectual property, innovative technology, China rules. Point blank, period. And President Trump has put the tariffs on Chinese imports to make it a little bit more uncomfortable for Chinese business owners and Chinese entrepreneurs and Chinese companies to bring goods over here. So what happened was, as a result, President Xi, and President Trump came together in negotiations to figure out, hey, what's good? Why are you all of a sudden trying to do this when we've been sending this stuff in here all along at these good tariff rates? Why are you trying to raise, pretty much is saying, why are you trying to raise the rent, Trump? So Trump is just making him aware, which I thought at first would be a good idea, because we do need to even the playing field. I mean, we do need to give American companies more of a chance, to become more prevalent and more, more involved in the country's manufacturing of goods and providing the country with goods and services that they can use that are right here in the country. But as you can see, we just don't have enough people doing it. Okay? We don't have enough people doing it, and we can't compete with China when China is sending over, goods by the millions and thousands and billions, and at prices that, you can't beat, because they have the control over the manufacturing. And if you don't know, the world runs off of commerce, period. Goods and services, buying and selling. The world runs off of commerce. It don't run off the internet. It don't run off of how you feeling. It don't run off of your social networking. The world runs off of commerce, point blank, period. So what's happening now is Trump is trying to get a deal from China, and China's like, what deal? I mean, pretty much, this is what it is. We want it back to where it was, or we could possibly pull out. Now, history shows when China pulls out, it's not a good thing. If you don't believe me, just look at North Korea. What happened when China pulled out, and China made it a little bit harder, for North Korea to receive their imports. Hey, that country is suffering big time. People aren't even eating in North Korea, for the simple fact that, it just doesn't place an emphasis on what you're not receiving, but it places an emphasis on business. It hurts businesses. It hurts all types of bottom lines, When you have a country like China pull out, And just to make this long story short, Trump is now realizing that, hey, I'm going to get in front of the media and make it like I'm the big bad negotiator. But the truth is that China has the upper hand, and China's like, okay, we'll let you play that role, but we don't have half the issues that you have. And we have countries all over the globe that depend on us, period. So you won't hurt our bottom line, period. Now, even though the United States is a big receiver of goods from China, and it would definitely hurt us. Trust me, it would definitely hurt us, because you would see things going up. Inflation would be at an all-time high because everything will have a higher price tag. Everything you're used to and everything that you enjoy will have a higher price tag. Believe that. Okay? So you're seeing a situation here where China's pretty much letting Trump just kind of play his hand and just, kind of play the big bad negotiator, or whatever show, the show that he had where, he was firing people to kind of look like he's doing things. But at the end of the day, China's in control, guys. I mean, China pretty much, we're in debt to China, and they understand what they're dealing with. They're dealing with a president who's more of an actor than anything. I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump, and it's a few things Trump has done that I do applaud. But overall, Trump, he just doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to this situation. Okay? Even though he wants to even out the playing field, we just don't have right now the producers in America, okay, to get things done on a level where we could just be like, hey, China, we don't need you. We're just not there, guys, period. Okay? And what you're going to see happen within the next few weeks or the next 90 days, okay, because Trump has kind of put it off for 90 days and to come back to it, Trump is pretty much going to give in, and China's going to continue doing business in America like they've always been doing, because we can't afford the hit. You will see a catastrophic fall within this country. I mean, you won't be able to afford a whole lot, okay? The lifestyle that people are living, and people being able to utilize and buy goods and services at these rates, they will stop, because China will have to charge a higher price, okay, in order to get these goods over here into the country. In order for you to enjoy them, the price will have to go up, because they're not going to come over as often as they do. Okay, so people like, okay, U.S.-China trade talks, who cares? Well, you should care, because it will create an economic difference within this country if China decides to pull out, or if Donald Trump decides to, put tariffs so high on China imports that, Chinese businesses will be like, you know what, screw America. We're not even going to deal with them. We have Africa, we have Australia, we have Japan, we have Russia, we have Europe. We're fine. So just understand the dynamics of everything, guys. The world runs off of goods and services. The world runs off of commerce, okay? These are very important things that even the black community should know, all right? I ain't going to talk your head off about this. I just thought I'd talk about it. I had a couple of friends who were like, what's going on with the U.S. trade China talks? And I just thought I'd bring it to this platform. Hey, guys, like, subscribe, and share, and know that we can't afford to have China pull out as far as their imports to the United States. Hopefully Donald Trump would do the right thing, and not only is he waiting for a great deal from China to be made, he needs to be willing to make a great deal with China as well. All right, guys, Bold Disciple, I'm out.